Hey everyone, welcome back as we take a look at the two semi-finals of the ICC Men's Cricket World Cup, starting with the game between India and New Zealand. Prashant, where did India win that game? What were the key moments?
Samir, the way Rohit Sharma played up front, the way he came out and batted was brilliant. He set the platform for Gill, Iyer, uh, uh, all these guys batted so well to get to 400. Let's not forget Iyer's innings. It was an impactful innings, brilliant 100 in the context of the game, and they got to 400, which was a big task for New Zealand to chase. Yes, New Zealand had an outside chance to win the game. Darrell Mitchell and Kane Williamson's partnership looked dangerous, but they lost their way. They were too much under pressure.
I think so. I think, when you're chasing 400 in any game, it's always going to be a big feat. It's not going to be easy. But India had a magnificent platform led by Rohit Sharma. I mean, he's leading from the front. He's transformed the way India plays from like a 270, 280 team to a team who's consistently getting close to 400. Like kind of how Brendan McCullum transformed New Zealand in 2015. Do you think they're too reliant on Rohit Sharma's starts, on Virat Kohli anchoring the innings?
No, Samir, I don't think so. They have 11 match winners out there. Samir, if Kohli fails or Rohit fails, Iyer is there, Gill is there. If the top order fails, Jadeja is there. He has not done much with the bat in the tournament. But if in case that the team is in a spot of bother, Jadeja could rescue them to a good total.
Absolutely. And I think they've got the bowling to defend even 170, haven't they? I mean, Mohammad Shami is in the form of his life. Jasprit Bumrah is one of the top bowlers in the world.
Yes, Samir, Mohammad Shami is having a dream World Cup. That 7 wicket spell against New Zealand was fantastic. He didn't play the first 5 matches thanks to Hardik Pandya being injured. It's been a blessing for the Indian team. Definitely, he would be proud of Mohammad Shami taking wickets and the way his team is performing. He would be extremely happy about where his team is, and they seem to be the favorites also to win the World Cup with home advantage round.
Of course. For me, one of the most iconic memories of this World Cup is not going to be Rohit Sharma's amazing starts. It's not going to be Virat Kohli's 50th ODI century, Mohammad Shami's dream World Cup. But for me, one of the most iconic pictures was seeing Hardik Pandya sitting in the stands with a coconut. That image for me, that image was just, shows he's a team man. For me, it's very easy for him to just sit at home, be injured, but he's out there having a blast. That's what matters ultimately. And like you said, probably favorites to win this World Cup. But what's standing in their way? It's the five-time world champions Australia, isn't it? What a game that was as well. That was a very tight game, wasn't it, between Australia and South Africa?
Yes, Samir, bringing back memories of 1999 World Cup, same scoreboard, same score, 213, and everything seemed very similar. Even in the 45th over, 195 to 7 Australia, it looked like that. But South Africa, those drop catches just cost them the game, and this keeps happening for South Africa, heartbreak after heartbreak. 1992, 99, uh, 2007, 2011, 2015, 2019. All these were big heartbreaks, and they just don't know how to get over the line. They come so close, but yet they just lose their way.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously devastating to see, but when you're going up against Australia, you need to bring that A game because they bring their A game. South Africa didn't with all those
Yes.
drop catches. But Australia, someone new keeps stepping up for them. Josh Inglis, for example, is not someone we've all heard a lot about, but he played with a lot of maturity, didn't he?
Yes, he took the responsibility, Samir. And Travis said up the order was very aggressive, and that set the platform for Australia. And the rest of the batsmen just took responsibility and batted sensibly to get over the line.
Absolutely. And What set the platform for Australia is Mitchell
Travis said,
Stark's wickets up front for me with the ball. Travis said
yeah,
with the bat 100%, like you said, but
yeah.
those two early breakthroughs that Mitchell Stark got, Temba Bavuma and Aiden Markram, set the platform for them. And he stepped up, hasn't he? He's had a bad World Cup. He's the third most highest wicket taker across all World Cups. Slightly disappointing World Cup by his standard, but he stepped up when it mattered, didn't he?
Yes, he stepped up at a crucial time for Australia, put South Africa on the back foot. South Africa was struggling at 44 for 4. If not for David Miller's brilliant 100, South Africa would have been bowled out for somewhere around 120, 130. But he played a blind over innings, took the responsibility, batted through, and took South Africa to a respectable total, which I say if they took those catches, it would have been South Africa's game.
To me, I think I agree with that. It was a defendable total. It was quite a slow wicket, but I think
Yes.
in the end, what took the game away was also Pat Cummins and Mitchell Stark, two bowlers playing with a lot of maturity. Together they've got years of experience. Yeah, they're not batters, but they've got loads of experience.
Yeah.
And I think that experience showed South Africa a bit of a new side with a lot of new guys, Janssen and Shamsi, who hasn't played so much cricket, Gerald Coates. But I want to touch on one thing for South Africa. And personally, I feel this is where they lost the game. Yes, they dropped catches. Yes, they batted poorly. But I feel they lost the game. The moment Josh Inglis got out, that was your opportunity to, in my opinion, bring on Kahiso Rabada, have a couple of slips in a short leg, and target the tail with some lethal bouncers. And I think Temba Bavuma missed a trick by not having Rabada. Janssen wasn't the man for the job. With all respect to him, Rabada would have been better, I think.
Yes, Samir, I agree on that point. I mean, I was thinking why they haven't brought Rabada when English got out. Unfortunately, it was too much on Kodse. Uh, he can't win a game alone. He should have support from the other end. I'm not disrespecting Jansen. He has done a good job so far. But Rabada would have been crucial in that stage where you said when English got out.
Those little moments, isn't it? Those little moments, as
Mm.
one bowling change, one drop catch. It's the smallest thing which costs South Africa always. But Australia held their nerve and got over the line and enter the final to play against India. Now, a quick word on that game. India, Australia, what's the key matchup there? What do you see deciding the World Cup? What's the key thing for both teams?
Uh, Key matchups. Well, it would be Glenn Maxwell and Ravindra Jadeja. Yeah, that would be a matchup.
Definitely.
Also, Virat Kohli and Steve Smith, of course. Yeah. Uh,
100%.
Iyer and Mitchell Marsh. That would be my matchup. Bowling
Definitely.
wise, fast bowling wise, it would be Mitchell Stark and Mohammad Shami.
100%. And I think where I see that game being decided is both the teams have brilliant top orders. Warner and Head are firing quick runs. Rohit and Shubman Gill are firing, especially Rohit Sharma. Both go after the bowling early on. Both teams have got superb fast bowling attacks. So for me, the key battle is the two opening batters and the two opening fast bowlers. I think who wins that battle of the first 10 overs is going to win the World Cup. The first 10 overs, I personally feel, will decide this World Cup. What do you think?
Well, Samir, I wouldn't say it would decide on the first 10 overs. You never know. It could go on to the last ball, and it could have a thrilling finish. You never know, because cricket is a
100%.
funny game. So I want to see a cracking game. I want to see both teams fighting it out there till the very end. So it would be good for cricket, and it would engage the fans also. It's going to be a thrilling finish. But like I said, India are favorites. But let's not write off Australia because they know how to win World Cup finals. They've been there 5 times and won it 5 times. So let's not write off Australia. They've been fantastic. They were when they started the tournament, they lost their first two games, and the way they have come back is mighty fantastic. You shouldn't write a team like Australia because they are always up there. They're always up for the fight.
100%. Before we end our video, Prashant, predictions. Who is winning the World Cup?
Uh, I would say India are favorites, but I wouldn't write off Australia. You never know. They know how to do it. India, yes, they have the home advantage. Uh, 1.4 billion supporters around them. Australia, they know how to do it. They have these nerves of steel. You say nerves of steel. So,
Absolutely.
they could give their very best.
100%. I don't think I need to say too much on where I stand. I think this says it all. So let's see how the
Yes,
World Cup turns out. It's going to be a brilliant game. Thanks everyone for
exactly.
joining in, and we will see you in our review of the World Cup final.